Now, Muriel Bowser, she's the Democrat mayor of DC. She railed against Donald Trump's intervention in her city to bring down violent crime, but she's now surprisingly trumpeting its success. Listen to this.
For carjackings, the difference between this period, this 20-day period of this federal surge and last year represents a 87% reduction in carjackings in Washington, D.C. We know that when carjackings go down, when the use of gun goes down, when homicide or robbery go down, neighborhoods feel safer and are safer. So this surge has been important to us for that reason.
Yes, less murders do make you feel safer. Very good observation there. Even the DC mayor there, Muriel Bowser, is happy with the impact of this federal intervention. That's quite a surprise, but the stats are spectacular.
Really, they are. Preach. Mayor Bowser, she should go over to Brandon Johnson, the Chicago mayor,
and New York and LA and everywhere else.
They love the murder. They don't want the help. And this is somebody from their team who, whether she knew that she was saying it or just it's so good that it's impossible to ignore, so she had to say it. Great spokesperson again for Team Trump, and maybe those guys are taking note.
It is incredible the lengths they are going to stop this intervention. I mean, why wouldn't you want to have extra help with law enforcement, even if it's a short-term thing? You know, there's no suggestion that they're going to go in there and arrest law-abiding people. It's only criminals who fear them. So, oh, it's incredible. Now, the director of the original Harry Potter movies, Chris Columbus, has said that the original cast is unlikely to reunite for future projects due to J.K. Rowling's pro-women views. In an interview with The Times, he said, "It's never going to happen. It's gotten so complicated with all the political stuff. Everyone in the cast has their own opinion, which is different from her opinion, which makes it impossible." Now, J.K. Rowling has responded to this on X. She wrote, "As another man who once worked with me declares himself saddened by my beliefs on gender and sex, I thought it might be useful to compile a list for handy reference. Which of the following do you imagine makes actors and directors who aren't involved with the HBO reboot of Harry Potter so miserable?" She then goes on to list a number of her beliefs, including that women and girls should have their own public changing rooms and bathrooms, that women should retain female-only rape crisis centres, that women should remain a protected class in law because they have sex-specific needs and issues. She lists a whole bunch of things that I think, 95% of reasonable people agree with Kosha, and it really just goes to show you how divorced from reality Hollywood, the entertainment world is, because J.K. Rowling is of the left. She's still of the left, and her views here are very reasonable. She is not about demonising any particular group or attacking them. She just wants to protect women and girls.
She, Martina Navratilova, these were classic feminists that the left loved. But on this issue, somehow the argument changed, and now it went from women to protecting, again, trans or other people, boys wanting to play in girls' sports and all of that. And these two have stayed steadfast, as have others, and they found themselves on the wrong side of Hollywood, which, as you say, I think is going to be a shrinking island. When the whole world run an 80-20, this issue, maybe it's even 90-10 in terms of where people stand. We will get to 99-1, and still Hollywood people will never, ever capitulate on this point or admit that they were wrong. I also think that behind the story, there's good old-fashioned sour grapes going on, because HBO's remaking Harry Potter, basically, as a TV series. She owns the IP fully as a creator, so she's involved, and those guys are not. And maybe there's something there where they want a bigger piece of that pie that has made them very rich and very famous, and maybe that's part of this.
And she made quite a few actors of questionable talent very rich and very famous. They were kids when they started out. As they got older, perhaps, the talent didn't grow with them. It's really is quite incredible that you still see in just about every TV production, every Hollywood production, this trans ideology and political activism embedded in it. No matter how much people are saying we don't want this, box-ticking exercise in every production, they're still doing it. Kosha Gada, thank you so much for your time.
Always a pleasure.